just your reading on this radio show. L is for led spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection. For caller, V is for validate all advice licensed professional, and E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements.
Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. Welcome to the show. We got a couple of donations. Susie B., which she always donates. She's the person that's interviewing you in the background. Natasha has donated. Thank you, Natasha. And Ingrid. And I don't know. Oh, Ingrid would be at 772 area code. I don't think that Susie's gotten to put your name in there yet. So I could put it in. There we are. Oh, I actually did it. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. For some reason, her name doesn't go in there. I don't know why. Welcome to the show. Today we will be doing other side connections. It means talking to people that have transitioned to the world of spirit. And I want to ask that you not ask me to answer a life question through the mouth of one of your deceased loved ones, as it doesn't work very well that way for getting a good life reading as well as making a connection to the other side. But I hope that when you're here that you truly need to have a connection. It's not just for curiosity and again to receive a life reading. The phone number to connect to the show is area code 347-945-5849. The readings will start about 10 to 15 minutes into the hour. It's 1 o'clock 1:01 p.m. actually Eastern Time, U.S. Eastern Time. If you would like to win a free reading, I'm doing a monthly contest. To get into the contest, all you need to do is go to spiritmediumtv.com, and on the upper right portion of the screen, you will see the join our mailing list option there. And if you're in, you will be in to win. And what I do is everybody that joins during October will be in the November drawing. Everybody that joins during November will be in the December drawing, and so on and so forth. I will be doing the drawing early November. So if you haven't done that yet, you might want to. If you want to jump to the top of the reading queue, just donate $5 at spiritmediumtv.com, and that goes to help animals. Give $5 to get $5. If not, just wait. It's fine. Usually on Wednesdays, I can get to everybody, or most of the people that are waiting here, but I can't guarantee that because actually today is pretty darn busy. Actually, oh my goodness. It comes, it goes up and down the volume. Private readings, if you would like a private session with me, go to booklaura.com or just go to spiritmediumtv.com and you'll see book a session on the upper left of the screen on the menu, Spirit Medium TV Book Laura. You can watch the show live there at Spirit Medium TV, item number 2, which is absolutely riveting, I might add. And the big thing that's going on these days is every day's an adventure for me. But right now, I just finally got my book onto Kindle, and I'm also going to get a hard copy of it. And I'm experimenting with the title. Also, I have it at a special introductory price. If any of you are interested in a partially channeled work that has to do with abundance based on your soul. In other words, when you align with your soul, which is appropriate for me as I'm a medium, you attract. You get the law of attraction actually to work automatically. It's all about service. It's all about service from gifts. It's all about alignment with love versus struggling and arguing with the vicissitudes of your life. And that's what the book is about. It's worth a lot more than 99 cents. I have it at this special price now to encourage people to buy it. So if you're interested, you can find it at Amazon.com. Just go to the Kindle ebook section, put in Law of Attraction Miracle, Law of Attraction Miracle Method, or Law of Attraction Miracle, and it will come up on the first page there, and just click and go ahead and purchase that. And if you would be so kind as to leave a review, that would be so much appreciated, and I thank you for that. Okay. Anything else? Oh, yeah, the other thing that's kind of fun, which will be our inspiration for today, is last night I was a guest on Supernatural Radio with Corinne. And it was so much fun. It's a lot more fun to be a guest on somebody else's show than to run your own show for some reason. At least I felt that way last night. A lot of fun stuff we discussed, but the other side connections were really quite outstanding. I mean, it was outstanding to see Spirit come in the way it did so clearly. There was one lady, the second one, whose grandma came in, but I didn't know who it was yet. You know, I just saw amber everywhere around. I said, "Why are you around the color amber?" And then I see the grandma, and I describe what I see, and then the grandmother's eyes look like they're amber. I'm like, I never saw eyes like that. In any event, finally, the caller says that her sister's name is Amber, and she's estranged from her sister. So Grandma obviously wanted to talk about Amber. A couple of other things I kind of discovered from that: if I'm doing something clairvoyantly, Spirit has to try to use my current psychic sense to give me information. So they gave me the name through a visual thing. Isn't that interesting? So I'm going to have to learn how to work with that a little bit better. I'm always learning something new. And that's what makes this job so much fun. Okay, well, we're not going to wait that long to get into the caller queue. I will go right to Ingrid. Ingrid, let's see what's going on in Ingrid land. Hey, Ingrid, how are you?
Good. How are you today, Laura?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for your donation. Where are you? Yeah. Where are you calling from, love?
Jensen Beach, Florida, Hudson Island.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Like 45 minutes south, of Palm Beach.
Yeah, I know where it is.
I mean,
north of it. Yeah, I've been there actually. I was to Hutchinson Island. It's a little rough there with the way wherever I was. I think there was a Marriott I was at. The water, the beach was very rough there. I don't know if it's like that now. Is it like that now, or?
Yeah, it all depends on what time of the year. Like during the winter, it's pretty rough.
Oh, it was.
Right now, it's beautiful, surf stuff.
Did you hear that, everybody? To us, it's summer. I'm in Florida also. That's so funny. To us, it's literally 86 today. It's 86 and it's sunny out and beautiful. Okay, so obviously we're going to make a connection for you, or hopefully we're going to make a connection for you. Okay, let's see who we've got floating around you. Well, there seems to be both a father and a mother figure, but I don't feel anyone very strongly right now. I'm just going to let it develop a little bit, Ingrid.
Okay.
Okay. So I do see a female that comes in. It looks like the original hair color was on the darker side. They can show it any time in their life. It looks also like this person wore extra weight on her form or her body, and I don't know when that was or if it was unilateral across the board. I can't really tell right now. All I'm getting is a wisp of this and a wisp of that. So I see dark hair. Let me see what I can get. This extra weight.
That's my grandmother.
Okay.
You're right on.
All right. She looks very pretty, actually. What were you going to say, honey? Ingrid? Okay, I thought you went, okay. She's pretty. I see a straight nose. She looks like she has even features, okay? It looks like she might have had a little bit of problem with the weight, actually. She might have gone up and down with it. I don't really know, but they're kind of exaggerating that aspect of her physicality right now for me, which would indicate to me that might have been something that was difficult for her to control, or she didn't, it looks like she actually kind of gained more weight than she should have at one point. That's literally what they're showing me. She did like her food, she says. She's laughing a little bit. She says, but now she says, I can do whatever I want now that I'm in spirit. And she smiles a little bit. Pretty face, very pretty face, but extra weight in the cheek area. That's what they're showing me. Shorter hair in this image, again, original color darker, but now she shows me a little salt in it, or getting whiter, if you will. A little bit of wave to the hair, not completely straight. She liked to wear it on the shorter side, she says, for most of her life. She wasn't into long hair. She says it's cleaner that way. It's neater that way. Interesting. I don't know if that resonates for you or not, but she cares to say that. It's always better out of her face. She said she didn't like to fuss about that. I do see a wedding band on her left hand. Interesting. I don't know why she cares to show me that. It might have some significance. Maybe it's passed down the family, or maybe it means something to you, but I do see a wedding band on her left hand.
I have that on my right.
Oh, okay.
Wedding band.
Her wedding band. Okay, so she's showing me that to let you know that she knows. Okay. And yeah, it's very cool. I keep feeling a sense of a boy under her, like as if she had a son. So I don't know, it doesn't even mean she's I don't know which one she is, mother's mother or father's mother, but feels like she had uh, in her life, she also had a son, if it's your mom's mother. Or if it's your father, it's her mother. So she has a son. And also, there's something about baked goods, baking. Her strong point was baking, cleaning. She liked to clean, liked to keep things neat and tidy. There's also something else something else she wants to show me. Oh, okay, it was something about high blood pressure or high. I'm not sure if it's high blood sugar or high blood pressure from the overweight. Let me see what it is. Both. Okay, because they were giving me that before and I didn't say it. Okay, you see, the spirit will give information to the medium. Sometimes several pieces of information will come in at the same second. That's they have the ability to do that. Yeah. And so as a medium, we try to get it all out of our mouth, but we're working in linear fashion. They're in the now, so they can throw everything at me at once. Okay. And she's laughing a little bit. Your grandma's laughing. Well, she has a great sense of humor. She's throwing at me right now a whole suitcase filled with clothing, as if to say I'm throwing a lot at you. But again, it's kind of curious that she would show me a suitcase with clothing. And that might have some significance also. In other words, maybe you're either traveling or moving or something. I don't want to interpret that just yet. Now, do you have a son also, love? Because it feels like there's a son under you also.
Yes, I have a son. He's living.
Yeah.
I also have. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I have a brother who was like a son to me, 15 years younger, and he was like my son.
Okay, that's probably the sense of the male on. Yeah, she just kept giving me the sense of a male under her, which could be under you as well. It just means younger than her in age, which would be also your son and your brother and all that. She says you take good care of them. She says she's happy for that. She's also saying a little bit about you're a little lenient, Ingrid. She says you're a little lenient with them behaviorally. Well, your brother, what, you can't control him. He's your brother, even though you were like a mother to him. But, you let them do what they want a lot. So she cares to point that out as if she would have been a little bit more strict. Okay. I'm sorry, but that's what she's saying. She doesn't approve of that. Okay. Yeah, because she's a stricter sort. You could tell she wasn't strict with eating the buns, the honey buns she liked, but she's strict now. But with behavior for children, she says you have to set the rod or use the rod, or you have to set your limits and your boundaries. She says that's her personal message for you. She's going into this thing about you letting them take control over you. She says I'd like to see you do a little bit more of controlling them, or setting your boundaries, because she says sometimes you're taken advantage of. Let me see if there's anything else there. You're not doing him any good, your son, if you keep letting him have his way all the time. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's 27 years old. He's 27 years old and he travels the world. He's a boat captain, so he's all good. What I do with my daughter, I'm working on that. But and then when I said about the brother, he's already passed, and he died at age 34 just recently.
Oh, interesting. Who?
I get the message. It's more for my daughter. I'm too lenient with her, so you're right on.
Okay. And they walk all over you. Even your son did when he was around. It's just your way. You're very loving.
Oh, yeah.
You're very loving, and Grandma says it's great that you're very loving, but she says, she'd like to see you represented better than them. I mean, everybody needs to have their say, and you shouldn't be the one you're very loving, and then you're taken advantage of. So that's one of the things she says. She wished that you could change for your own good because she loves you very much. She loves them too, but she loves you very much. There's a picture of a boy in front of me, and maybe it was your brother when he was younger, or I have no idea why they're showing me this, but they use somebody I knew as to represent a certain kind of young boy. Did your brother or does your son have blonde hair, lighter coloring? Okay.
They both did at a very young age.
Yep. Okay, because I know your brother died at 37, but I actually see him. Well, I see somebody, a boy with. He's still a boy. The picture that they're giving me, and he has lighter hair, like in the blonde. And it's a little short in the picture I'm getting. And so they're using this person I know as symbolic of perhaps your brother who's in spirit. I also have a sense of tragedy around his passing. Your brother, I mean, tragedy, and it feels sudden. Okay, hold on for a second. Ooh, they're giving me energy. Ooh. Your brother didn't want. You felt it also? Did you feel it also just now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. And I have it at the same time. I have it at the same time. Oh my goodness. Okay, he's here. Okay, your brother is here. Your grandma was the opener of that connection. He's here. He says he wants to say hello. He was giving me information now about this. He didn't want to leave Earth when he did. That's one thing he wants to say. It wasn't up to him. It was done to him. He says it happened to him. He didn't. He didn't want this. Obviously, it feels like it was sudden, and it feels. Hold on. See if you can give me anything else about this. He says he just wants to speak up for himself now. He wants you to know he's okay. He wants you to know that it didn't make a difference in the end. He says, I'm okay. In other words, everybody thinks it's a tragedy, but he says, I'm fine. He says, I'm living out my life in spirit. It's not cut short. He says, they're allowing me to have the experiences I would have had in my lifetime on earth, but I do it in a different way in the world of spirits. It's not as much of a tragedy as everyone thought. And I'm glad for that too, he says, because I really needed to finish up the things I was supposed to do. So I don't know how he could do that, honey. Well, I have some ideas. Maybe we could talk about that offline. Actually, maybe we could talk about it now. It's kind of interesting. Maybe people would want to know. Yeah, let's go on this one. Because what I understand is that in the world of spirit, you can look at possible lives of yourself, possible outcomes, and then go into those and live them as if you're in a hologram. Remember Star Trek, the holograph deck, was it called?
Yep.
Like that. So you can actually go through and live things out. He says, okay, something about having children and a family. That he was supposed to fulfill that in this lifetime, and now he has a family in spirit. That's one thing. Now, he may have had children. Now, did he have children before he left?
No, never married, no children.
Well, that was one thing he wanted to fulfill. Okay, so he's able to. Did he have in spirit? You mean in spirit? Does he have?
No, because I'm sensing a boy and a girl.
Okay. I just sense, I want you to know he has a family in spirit. He has a wife. Yeah, he does have two children. He does have two children there. He's enjoying his life, and he's having a full and balanced life there. And he shows me it's like a grand buffet of good things, wonderful things, wine, women, and song. Well, not women in song, but wine. I don't know why he shows me wine. That was kind of interesting. There might be something to. Yeah, there might have been something to do with his life on earth that he shows me the wine. But it was cut short. His life was cut short before its time. It was an accident, and somebody did this to him. He did not have anything to do with taking his own life. He was an innocent bystander, wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, he's talking. He's very clear. He's very clear.
About the other side, we actually work over there, and I was just wondering what he's working. What is his new project?
Well, the first thing is fulfilling the family plan that he had for this lifetime. That's the first thing. Okay. Let me see if there's any work that he does to help. Oh, interesting. There's a name, by the way. I don't know if his or somebody else's, but like a Robert or something that keeps coming in, or Bob. I don't know whose name that is. It's come up 3 or 4 times. Let me see if I can get what his work is. Helping people. He helps people. He says that's all you really want to do. And yeah, he says he helps. He's a healer. He actually is a hands-on healer. He lays his hands on people and helps them with problems, not just in spirit, but he helps come to earth and help people with problems. He helps you with relax and feel better. He helps you with problems and other people with problems. He says it's important to have a helping, healing work. Everyone on earth and in spirit needs to have that. We are all given certain aspects of ourselves that evolve better if we're doing service. And besides that, he says it's fun. It's fun to help people. So he gets a kick out of helping people. There's also a little picture he gives me, and I'm going to go to the next call in a moment, but he's coming in so grandly that I did want to honor this. It's almost as if I don't know if he just means he helps people relax by soothing them, but literally I see a person getting a massage as if he's doing masseuse work. So I don't know. And remember I told you laying on hands and healing. So he kind of gives me that hands-on healing kind of feel to him. And maybe he was had aspects. Yeah, you understand?
Well, I'm feeling the energy that's really strong. That what you're saying is absolutely right.
Interesting. Yeah, because he's giving me a picture of him like giving people like a massage just to cool them, to soothe them. He says it's my great joy to help and heal others, and that's what I do. He says I didn't do enough of that on earth. He says, I didn't do enough of that on earth. And he says, now I want to make up for that lost opportunity, which was part of his soul's plan for the past lifetime he had, was to be a helper and healer. But instead, he was a rebel without a cause. He makes a joke. Ah, he is a great kid, and he's all right, and he wants you to know he is living his life out. Because that was one of the big deals that was probably said over and over again. His life was cut short. He says it's not cut short. He says I continue to live where I am. Okay.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Thank you, Laura. It was a pleasure, and I will chat with you again sometime. And I hope everybody enjoyed the show as much as I did.
Thank you, honey. Bye, sweetie. Okay, bye. Thanks. Bye. Okay, I believe I have to go to Natasha, who made a donation, and I also want to bring in Susie B for a moment or two. Let me bring in Susie first. Hey, Susie, how's it going, love?
I'm doing okay. How you doing today, Laura?
I'm doing great. I hear the words much better around you. You're doing much better, and that's great. I'm glad for that, love.
Yes, I am working very diligently at making correct choices for myself.
Yay! And your mother's here, and she says yay also. She's patting you on your back and saying hello. And I want to thank you so much for your donation. You're always so generous and consistent with that. Thank you so much, love. Your mother is here. Your mother is here and does want to speak for a moment or two. Yeah, and I know you don't ask me to do that for you, but I will because she's kind of insistent right now. So I will bring her in. Did she? I know that her hair was layered like mid-length, to shoulder a little bit because we've already discussed that. But today it's more back. Maybe she's wearing in a ponytail or something like that off her face a little bit, like it's gathered at the nape of the neck. So I just want you to let you know she's got it back today. She says I'm more of a hands-on personality and hands-on person. She says I used to like to put my hair back when I was about to do something that was really important. And she says, and now I have something to do that's really important, and that's with you, Susie. Oh, really, Mom? Okay. She says, I love you very much. She says, don't ever think you're alone. Bad girl. Don't ever think you're alone. You're not alone. She says, I'm always looking in on you and giving you strength for your future. She says, I spoiled you, didn't I? I spoiled you because I didn't toughen you up enough for life. She says, but I'm glad that you're soft. I'm glad that you're loving. She says, don't worry, everything is going to work out with everything. Your health, uh, the the monies that you're looking for, your work, everything is going to work out for you, honey. And I'm rooting for you from spirit.
Oh, I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, there's something about a dog that pops in. I know you have dogs, and I know that the R person has a dog. 1 second, if she wants to say anything about the dog. You'll get the dog back without a scratch on him, and it's going to happen very soon, by the way. That's what she's saying. He's going to want to give it back to you. And I think that's yep. There's a big thing going on with that right now. And he's going to volunteer it back because, in the end, he doesn't really like to care for anything, she says, but himself. And it's a nuisance to him. So.
Wow, okay.
Okay, honey. So look forward to that. Go ahead.
Is it going to be because his health is not well?
Let me see if Mom wants to say anything about that. One of the reasons, everybody, I'm just going to personal message for validation. This is something I know nothing about, by the way. I mean, I know that there's a dog involved, but I have no idea it's going to be returned soon. But Mom just volunteered that so I can give her evidence. Now, is it because of his health? I don't know. Let me see. It's not because of his health. It's just because he's she says, a creepy person, and he doesn't want to have responsibility. Okay. So it's like almost as if he's just going to say, take it away from me. I can't be bothered, is what Mom is saying. And it's very strong. It's very strong the way she's saying this. So, and it'll be a relief for you.
Yeah, then I won't have it.
Right. It'll be a relief for you. So she says you won't have to do anything. It's just going to sort of happen by default. Just, take care of yourself like you're doing and get ready for that.
I will.
Okay, sweetie, I'm going to go to the next caller, darling. Thank you so much for your donation, honey.
Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Love you, Laura.
Love you too, Susie. Thanks, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I know Natasha made a donation. Sorry for keeping you waiting so long, Natasha. You're very patient. How are you today?
That's okay. I'm great. Thank you.
I'm great. And we are going to be making a connection for you today. So I just want to patter with you a little bit on the phone while energies shift. Where's area code 513, love? Just so I get a new. Kentucky? Cincinnati. Oh, that's right. I remember from your thing there. Because at first I said, oh, Natasha didn't leave me her phone number. I have no way of finding her. And then I saw Cincinnati. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, you must be having a cold spell right now. Are you having a cold spell there in Cincinnati? It feels really cold, like as if some cold air just came in.
It's a little chilled. Yeah, a little chilled. Raining.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a father figure here for you. I don't know who you want to speak with. I'm just going to go with what I get right now, and we'll see if that's what's going to work for you. Hold on. Father. There's a very strong sense of a father figure. There's a strong sense of this person as being a smoker. Okay. And also, he's got height to his body. Don't see him all that clearly just yet. Now, a father figure, when I hear father, he's saying father to me. It could be your father, could be a stepfather, could be a father-in-law, could be an uncle that's a father, could be a grandpa. It's a very general at the moment until I develop it further. Let me see if there's anybody else around. Why do you keep going to somebody else, Laura? Just stick with who's coming through. I don't know. I just have a feeling, Natasha, I have to look around a little more. Hold on. No, I have to go in that direction. Okay, come on through. There's also a sense of a younger boy in the family. Do you have a son, love?
No children. Haven't been pregnant on purpose.
Okay. Do you have a brother or something, or a husband or something? I don't know where this is coming.
I have a couple stepbrothers, but they just found about them. A couple of them last 5, 7 years, and one I grew up on the other hand. So I do have questions.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it about your own life, or is it about the other side? Because today I'm only doing the other side.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
It's about my own life.
Okay, let's try to do it
Oh,
quickly,
okay.
love.
I'll let you proceed.
Well, if you want to, just go ahead and ask it because you did make a donation. I don't want to leave you high and dry. Go ahead, love. What is it, darling?
Well, I didn't know, so I didn't know, so I know now. Okay. Well, I enjoyed your Monday. My question is, I've been playing a lottery just to see if I can win. Pick three, and my question is, do you see this number falling? Because I was told it can fall within 7 days, and it hasn't yet. It's been past 7 days. 333.
Well, see what I get. I'm usually doing soul level readings, so lottery numbers and that may not apply. But let me see what I could get, love. No wonder, no wonder I was having. There was like a block to pull in the other side because you're calling for that. And by the way, everybody, that's usually how this works. Hold on, I'm just checking out a couple of things, love. It's not. I don't see it coming in. No, not this batch. Is this a big one that you're in right now? A
Oh
big
no,
one?
I have other money goals I share from Monday, so I'm encouraged. I just thought I would. I've been spending 50 cents to a dollar a day, and just thought I would call them that.
Oh, okay. Well, right now I don't feel you're going to win on the current ticket, but you could in a few weeks. So keep at it. And also, I feel that if you keep doing this, that you're going to get a system together. But it's going to be developed over time, and that you're
Well, I've
learning.
got something else in mind.
You have okay
I've
because
got. I'm not. I'm not that interested. I've got $1 million board that I'm going to be speaking with you more about that I'm walking through. As part of what I shared with you Monday. You gave me really good stuff Monday.
oh,
So
okay.
I'm going to be speaking with you more.
Okay, yeah, because I feel that you'll win little bits here and there, but it's not. But eventually, there's something bigger coming to you. I thought it would be a system with the lottery
Yeah.
because we're on the lottery, but it probably is that other thing. So, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
hold fast with
Mm-hmm.
that, and it's going to work for you. What was that, honey? Go ahead.
I'm extremely ambitious. I'm an entrepreneur,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm at a whole other mentality level about money. My law of attraction, my vibration is up high when it comes to money.
Oh, wonderful. Well, isn't that wonderful? So there you go. All right. So thank you so much for your donation, Natasha, and I do feel that that is happening for you. So let's see what happens. Keep me informed, okay? Okay, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye. And if anybody would like to have a private session with me, just go to spiritmediumtv.com and you'll see an option there to book. Well, you can just go to booklaura.com actually. And if you want to just, meet me here on the radio show, that's fine as well. However you like to work with me. Although I can't give you a full private reading, which goes into more depth and there's more connection that happens there. Alrighty, so I just want to double check there aren't any more donations before I proceed. And give me a moment. We got Natasha here, which I just got. Yeah, okay, we don't have any more donations, which is fine. Okay, I'm going to go to Tomika. Thank you, Tomika, for joining our mailing list. Tomika, thank you for joining our mailing list. And what can I do for you today, darling?
Just something what you just did today.
Okay. And just as a reminder to everyone and to you, I'm doing other side connections. So let's see. There is a mother figure. This person comes in as sweet and gentle. I don't know if it's a grandma or who it is just yet. Looks more like probably a grandma from the way it looks, the way she looks. She's got a sweet energy to her, loving. She looks like a little overweight, and she can show at any time in her life. She's more showing me senior years. She's got wow, she's got a big bust line and big stomach under that. Whoever this is. And she's wearing a nice dress. It's short sleeve, not sleeveless, short sleeves. Uh, and it's like a cotton sort of polyester knit, not knit, cotton polyester blend so it doesn't wrinkle that much, that kind of a thing with a floral print to it and a collar. Like it's kind of a V, but there's yet a collar go with it. I give you all the details in case it has any significance. She's also wearing a hat, which means she liked to dress up from time to time. She also shows that there was a little bit of difficulty in walking towards the end of her life. It doesn't mean she literally had a cane, although it might. And also the legs, I only can see the calves right now. It looks like they're very skinny. So the legs are skinny, the midsection is thicker, and the bust line's thicker. Now, oh wait, there's more. Kind eyes. Look a little bit droopy right now, sleepy. Thick lips, wider nose, flares more at the nostrils than the, what do you call it, the bridge of the nose. She's got dark hair as original color. It doesn't look like it got that white in the picture she's giving me here. It's just a little bit of white in it. And it's more like, goes up to the ears and then is a little bit of a page boy. It's more of a even cut. It looks like it was straightened or treated in some way. Does this have any resonance for you, for anyone you would know, please? I should have asked you earlier, but there was so much I had to show you.
It sounds like my grandmother.
Yeah, it does. I do feel it is a grandma. The eyes are sweet, soft. She gives me the impression, again, back to that soft, sweet personality, that she doesn't talk. She's more of a quiet type, easygoing personality. There's a boy younger than her in the family line. She gives me a sense of male under. I don't know why every time I'm with grandmas these days, I'm getting that feeling. So that means either she had a son or uh, your mom you have a brother, or that there's a child under you in the family line that's a male, but there's a male down the line. And that's so broad, you probably do have somebody like that, so I won't even ask about that. Let me see if there's anything else, Lovey. Hold on. Family friend is also in spirit. There's somebody, a family friend, that's floating around the situation as well. Interesting. Do you want to talk? Or is this only going to be, I'm talking to them, this is all going to be about grandma? Well, grandma is going to want to talk. Okay. There's breathing problems. I can hardly breathe. She says her chest was congested for some time. And she also says she had arthritis, a rheumatoid arthritis. But the breathing is interesting because she's going to give me a name for that. The word was congestive. So she could either have congestive heart failure or some problem with her breathing. Now, do you understand grandma for having problem with breathing, please?
She had pneumonia right before she passed.
Okay. So there's problem with breathing there. She says, it didn't take me long to make... Yeah. She says, it didn't take me long to pass or transition. She said, when it was my time to go, I was ready. She says, I didn't fuss too much. When God came to call me, I went right away. She says, all the family was around her to help. She didn't feel alone. She says her past life with you and the family was a good one for her. She's very pleased with her life and the one she just had. And now she rests before she moves on. She's sort of resting now. She's in a resting place for the soul because she's not ready yet to completely, I don't know, there's a time, and every soul is a little different, which makes it always fascinating, Tamika. But your grandma sits in a resting place. It's kind of pretty. It's like a garden until she's ready to move deeper into spirit. There's about a year here. She's giving me about the sense of a year. So something happened in the last year. I don't know what it is. Did she transition a year ago? Because I get a year.
No, it's been about 5, maybe 6 years now.
Okay.
But, I know that lately this past year, my grandfather keeps telling me he keeps seeing her, that she keeps coming and calling her.
Interesting. Oh, that's what the year is. So she's calling to him. Interesting. I don't want to go into that because, I don't want to get anybody alarmed or anything. But she says he'll be fine with me when he decides to transition. She says that she's not calling him. She's just saying hello. So she doesn't want anyone to be alarmed, okay? He feels it's calling him, but it's up to him, she says. She says, God, and this is for everyone to know, she says, God doesn't take you till you're ready to go. She says, but there's something about being alone on earth when you're older that makes it easy to want to go to God. At least it was like that for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I want to thank you so much, Tamika, for calling in today. And
One thing about that person that spoke to the family, did they ever come through?
oh yeah, there's a family friend there. Okay. Well, did they? No, they didn't finish because I couldn't. I was called back to Grandma to speak. Um, I don't know what's going on in the background, but it actually, if you can't focus, then I can't focus. It's a funny thing about this work. So if you're distracted, don't do that. Get into a quiet location so we can get your connection better. Let me see what's going on with this person. Healing, a healing light. Interesting. Just one moment. The feeling of light and energy around this person. I have no idea why I'm being told to say that. This person is around. She does come in from time to time to talk to you. She's a friend of the family. She's more in your age group than older, a peer energy to you. Now, if it's who you're thinking of, I don't know, but this is who I'm getting right now. Sense of illness around her and just biding her time till it was her time to transition. She seems patient, this person, and even in whatever it was that took her passing, she seemed to be patient with that, almost like what do you call that? Resigned to it for the transition to happen. She says she didn't fight it much once she knew what she had. So whoever this is appears as a female. I don't know if this is who you're thinking of, and also seems to have had some illness that took her life over time. And she was not rebellious about it. She just was resigned to her fate and her failure. She says also that there's children under her. That she had to leave behind some children. She gives me the number 2 as if there's 2 children. Now, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. She says,
she's more of she's my aunt.
Yeah, that would make sense.
She left behind a boy and a girl.
Yeah. She says she wants everyone to know she's okay where she is. The most significant part of this lovely aunt of yours is a sense that when she knew that she was ill, that she was resigned to it. Which is a little different. You know, most people wouldn't be like that. She was patient. She was patient with her care, the way she was, what she needed to do medically. She didn't rebel against it. There seems to be periods where she was being treated. She said that she was always neutral. She didn't know if she would heal or not. And she didn't really talk about it much, just remained neutral. But then there was a turning point and it was no longer possible, she knew, and everyone else knew, for healing. And at that point, she just resigned herself to transition as peacefully as she could. She had closure with everyone, you included, Tomika, and she's so happy that you allowed her to come in today. And she says, thank you, I'm so grateful. Now she cries a little bit because she's so grateful. Let me just develop that for a second, Tamika. So grateful to speak. She says because this is her first chance or opportunity to have spoken through a medium to anyone on earth. She says there will be other times where I will be speaking through a medium now in the family. There will be someone in the family who will be calling a medium for me to come through. She says I look forward to that time. She says it might be you, it could be somebody else, her sister. Now, her sister would be your mother or your father. Well, it'd have to be your mother because it's female, unless your father has a sister. Which aunt is this, honey? Father's side, mother's side? Because she's a sister.
My mother.
Okay, so she says, I think your mother might be asking for a medium. Okay, so let's see what happens with that. And she wants to talk. She wants to come in. She's a fairly good communicator, as you could say. She says she's very happy now. She's relieved of the pain in her chest. Everything is fine, and she's living a very productive life in the spirit world. She has no complaints anymore about her health. The only complaint she has is that her children sometimes seem to be a little lost without her. She says, but you're looking in on them, and other people in the family are as well, so they'll do fine without her. She wants to say one more thing about throwing you a hand or throwing you something. Hold on. I throw you a hand of love. I throw you buckets of love. I throw you love. I thank you for calling me in today. I will be back to see you soon. And I think you might have been experiencing her in some of your dreams, Tomika, because she's telling me that she'll be back in your dreams soon. You have. Okay. And she's telling me this for a reason, because I'm supposed to tell you something. And that is that you're very intuitive yourself. You're able to pick up other people's thoughts. You're a highly sensitive and intuitive individual, she says. That's why you're able to know her more than others in the family, to sense her. Okay, so you're a sensitive, so you might want to develop that. Kind of interesting. Okay, love.
Okay.
All right, honey.
Thank you.
Thank you, love. I know you have a lot to think about. This is all recorded, so you can listen back. Thanks a lot, love. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Dee Dee, who joined our mailing list. Hello, Dee Dee. How are you today? Thank you for joining our mailing list. What can I do for you? Oh, not what can I do. No, don't answer that question about what I could do for you, because I'm doing only other side. I'm in a habit of saying that for Monday night, but today it's more just connections to the other side. I'm sorry I haven't let you speak at all, darling, but I do want to say that I do feel a mother figure or female that has a mothering energy to you. Actually, she feels like she's more of an older sibling, which would be like an older sister or friend, but there's a sense also of mothering energy to this. Do you know off the top of your head of somebody that might fit that description, please?
Well, my mother is deceased, and she was like a sister to me. She had me when she was 9.
Oh, okay, that's probably why, because there's a sense of it being like almost a sister to you. Well, she's here. Okay. Oh, goodness. Woo, she's doing something to my upper chest area. Hold on. Mama. She's trying to give me a sense of something that went wrong with her health, but she was so loaded with energy. Mom, you got a strong touch here. Hold on. Because first I get something in the chest area, another one with the chest area, and then around the upper chest, they call it the clavicle bone, where in that area there's something going on. So I'm just going to leave that because it hasn't developed further. I'm going to continue with an overall development of her. Okay, so she's here. She loves you very much. She's glad that you've called in and that you're asking for her to speak with you. There's also a sense. Did you not? Oh, I won't ask it that way. I'd rather just say it. I have a sense here of some kind of a falling out between the two of you, and it feels like the bridge of communication was never there's a communication gap between you and her that was never properly bridged towards the end of her life. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yes.
Okay, so she's here to help with that. She wants to talk to you. She wants to bridge that gap, she says. And that's what she was giving me the throat, because it's that area that's most important expressing, not because she had a health issue there. And that's why I couldn't develop for anything further other than she wanted to show me her throat area. Okay, she says, I'm sorry, she says, for the way I treated you. She says, I never could communicate well the things I needed in life. She says, I was always a bit disgruntled or unhappy with circumstances and outcome. And I always treated you as a burden to me. She says, you're not a burden. You're my light. You're my life. She says, I'm so sorry for that. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit choked up from it because she's giving me a lot of emotion. Does that make sense to you, sweetheart, from what I'm saying? Okay. She wants to heal that now. She says it's part of her own soul growth to let you know you were never a burden to her. Although she acted like that and she ignored you and she pushed you around from person to person, she wasn't there for you a lot. She wasn't nurturing you a lot. She wasn't nursing you a lot. She says she felt like you cut her life short, that she had to be an adult before she was ready. She says it was nobody's fault but my own. I take full responsibility now for this, and I apologize to you. She says she hopes that her words can give you healing to move on now better with your own life. She says you're doing well with your life. She's very, very proud of you. In particular, the education that you've gotten. It seems like you've pulled yourself through, Dee Dee, on your own to get education. Makes sense?
Yeah.
She says if it were up to her, you wouldn't have gotten that. You had to do it all on your own. She says you did everything you were supposed to do. She also shows me that you have a male to you in your life that's supportive of you as well, yes?
Well, kind of.
Okay, well, I see a male next to you. She's showing me that. Maybe she wants him to be more supportive of you. But she shows me she shows me a male next to you as well. And she's just here to say she loves you and that she wishes that this brief meeting here could be healing to you. But she says the first step is that she had the chance to be able to say this to you with such feeling behind it, such authenticity for the words. She says, because the one thing that she does regret, the biggest thing she regrets, is not appreciating you as she should have when she was alive, showing you that appreciation. She says, because you are a diamond, you're beautiful, you're everything. She says, she did know it, but she didn't show it. She also wants to say that. There's a sense now, I see her more in middle years, maybe in her 40s. So she must have lived at least to that age. I see her as an attractive woman, you know, going, doing things, going here, going there. She does show me herself with a cigarette. Do you know? Do you understand your mother smoked, please?
Oh yeah. That's what took her life, I'm sure.
Exactly. That's why she shows it. She says, if I would have taken care, she's a little bit on the tough side. Okay, a little bit on the tough side on her. Yeah, and it took her health in the end. She's has all remorse for everything she did wrong, not loving you properly. We're showing it, the cigarettes, everything. She just didn't do the right thing by everyone. There's a sense of a boy also, which means that she didn't only have you. It looks like she also had a son. Yes. Okay, he's older than you?
No, I actually have 2 young brothers.
Okay. All right. Because if she had somebody before you, that would have been something, right? Because she had you at 19. So you were left to take. So even that, because she's ignoring the family, not appreciating, she's giving you more responsibility to be sort of the parent there of the family. And that also she regrets and apologizes to you for that. She says, but on the higher note or happier note, she says, you did a smashing good job of raising them. For her, she says, I wish I could have paid more attention to everybody, but I was very self-absorbed, self-indulged, and not really giving the care I should have. And through all that, by the way, even though she gives us this personality review of herself, she does have love for all of you. Not that she doesn't have love. She does love you all. And she says, I put food on the table when it was difficult for me to do so. I put food on the table. She says, even though I wasn't able to function that well in life, I always tried to do the right thing. Now, when she says put food on the table, she first made me feel that she was at least cooking it and putting it on the table, but she moved me back and forth between two ideas, and I need to develop that just for a second, please, Dee Dee. Hold on. Putting food on the table. What do you mean by that, Mommy? I put it on the table literally for you and also symbolically in that I did have to earn money to help bring in food for the table. So there's a sense of her raising you guys as the single parent, if you will. In other words, she's a primary breadwinner for the household. Does that make sense to you from what you know, please?
Yes.
Yeah, because obviously she had your father around for long enough to have you and your two brothers. But then there was a lot of responsibility thrown on her shoulders to do it all on her own. And she says it took its toll on her health. She was exhausted a lot of the time and very distempered, not kind with people. She was also sad and depressed a lot. She also interweaves something, and I don't know if I'm projecting or if this is really from her. Let me just see if she can show me this again, please. There seems to be some kind of drinking that goes along with this, because I think she might have tried to calm her nerves or soothe herself as she went through these times in her life that were difficult. But it's not that strong a feeling, so I don't feel she was an alcoholic. She just might have drank a little bit here and there. Yes? To soothe herself. But she says she didn't overdo it, and that's a matter of opinion, of course, by the way. She says that's a matter of opinion. She says, but I didn't think that I was an alcoholic or anything. I function okay, but I did need to have a drink every now and then just to make me feel a little bit calmer. She says she loves what you've done with your hair. You must have done something recently with your hair. It looks like it's up more or that you cut it because it's going, she's showing me going up around your face. She also gives me the impression that you have light hair. Do you have light hair, please?
No, actually, I have brown hair.
Brown hair. Is her hair light then? Somebody's hair is light.
Yeah, her hair was lighter than mine.
Yeah. Okay. There's something going on with your hair. Did you cut it recently?
Yeah.
Okay, she likes it. She likes it. Likes what you've done with your hair. She's there for you now. She says, I'm there for you now, baby. I'm there for you now, baby. She says, I'm freer now to be more helpful to you than I was on earth. She says, I'm in a safe place, a better place, a calmer place for me and for you. And she says, if you need my help, just call upon me. I'll be there for you. She loves you so much with all her heart. And she thanks you for your forgiveness of her. Okay, so anytime you need her, you could call upon her. Okay, Dee Dee? You're welcome, honey. God bless, love. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, I probably look like Tammy Wynette or something. I've been crying, and I have this being videotaped. I'm a little embarrassed, but what can you do? Today, the sessions have been so emotional. Okay, I'm going to go to Melissa, who is at 914. Thank you, Melissa, for joining our mailing list. You've been waiting a long time. What can I do for you, sweetheart? We only have a few minutes left. Hi, honey. You have a father figure.
No, it's that I have a baby father, and he is not. My child has like a heart condition and sick, and like he's just not really being there. And I wanted to know if I tell him today that it's no longer about you and me, it's over. Is he gonna take it to heart, or is he gonna be?
Okay, now, honey, Melissa, sweetie, Melissa, I guess you were waiting long enough to have heard me say this several times. This show is for other side connections. That's all I do this show. Yeah. But it's a funny thing because as soon as I connected with you, I felt I had a father energy for you, which means it could be a grandpa or something like that. And maybe he's looking in on you to help you with this issue you have. But I'm not going to use that person. I will give you a quick answer. So you want to know if your baby's father is somebody you should hold out for? Is that what you're asking, honey? Give me a very succinct question.
I just want to know that if I tell him that, it's over between me and him, is he gonna still continue to be a father like he's supposed to, or?
Yeah, he will. Yeah, there is a no coming in. I haven't really found out why. Let me just see here. Baby's father, if you don't want to be his girlfriend anymore, will he still be there for the child? Is that what you're asking? If you don't want to have anything to, like, you don't want a romantic connection with him, will he still be there for the child? Is that what you? Go ahead, honey. What?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just say.
Now, because he's very dishonest and everything, and you know how someone put like a blanket over you, and
yeah, I don't
realize.
Yeah, don't worry, honey. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the details. Okay. I just want to get the question. Give me a second. I do feel he will continue to be a father to this child, even though he's not shown you good character. He is a stand-up person, at least he thinks so, and he would not abandon his own son. I think it's his son. Is that correct?
No, it's a girl.
Okay. Well, he won't abandon his own child. And I feel that he might almost be motivated more to show you good character if you said that to him. In other words, he's going to try to be the person that he hasn't been for you, because ultimately this has a very good feeling to it, like he wants to do the good thing ultimately, and this is going to wake him up. So be tough in your love. Set your boundaries, Melissa. You're on the right path for this. Okay? All right, honey. You're welcome, love. God bless. Bye-bye, honey. Bye. Okay, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I will go to Hulu, even though the show's about to end. It will continue to record. It won't be aired anymore. But as far as airing goes, anybody who would like a private session, just go to spiritmediumlaura.com and you can book a session with me privately. As well, if you want to be in the contest to win a free reading, spiritmediumtv.com or spiritmediumlaura.com. Join the mailing list there. I'm just going to go to Kulu very briefly and see what's going on with this person. Kululeani. Am I saying that correct?
No, but it's cool, like I'm cool with you and you're cool with me. Ooh, like ooh, Leilani. Ooh, Leilani.
Cool.
Over the U.
Got it. Kukuleani. Kukuleani. Kuuleani. Got it. Got it. Kuuleani.
I know. Kindergarten was horrible. I didn't get to go to recess. I had to sit there and learn my name.
Ah, it's a beautiful name, but you know what? It's spelled here on the switchboard as Kulu, but I think it might be Kuu. Is that correct? Yeah, because in Hawaiian you don't put the, if it was Kulu, it would be Kulu, but it's just Ku'u. Got it. Ku'uleilani. Okay. Go ahead, sweetheart. We're working with the other side for you today. Is that correct, love?
Yeah, I know. It's good because the question I had was I was getting a pinching in my arm when I was talking to the screener, and I was wondering because usually that's like when like a spirit is around, like there's this like kind of like this pinching sensation.
Oh, okay. Well,
I can't see what spirit.
Okay. Well, I do see somebody. Okay. Now, are you calling from Hawaii? Or where's area code 402?
That's in Omaha.
Okay, but your Hawaiian background?
Yeah.
Okay, because I do see a woman. It looks like this particular person that I see in spirit is overweight, and she looks like a native, Hawaiian. Okay, she's got that native Hawaiian look to her. She has long dark hair. It's parted in the middle. It looks like it thins out as it moves to her shoulder area, but she didn't like to cut it. She liked to keep it long and its natural wave. There's some white in the hair. She's also wearing it, probably symbolically, but a wreath of flowers, beautiful flowers around her head. This may not be an actual relative. Okay, it might be a guide. Okay, because it reminds me of like a guide or symbolic of wealth and abundance. She's overweight. She's a very loving person. She's very musical. And she says something about singing to her often. So maybe people sing to her as well, maybe in form of worship or something like that. But she is with you on your path, she says, and she loves you very much as her own child. And she sings a very sweet melody. I can't really sing it for you because I'm not a singer. It's like, ooh, ooh, something like that. And she says, keep on the good path. She says, you're doing everything right with your health. You're doing everything right with your life. Everything is going along well for you. I just want to see if there's anything more specific than that. Hold on. Cool. You are doing the right thing with your life. In particular, your health. She keeps talking about your health. And I don't know what that means. Does it have any significance to you, Cool?
Yeah, I've been doing these different things to try to help some skin issues that I was having.
Okay.
Because like I was on HPV for a long time.
Right.
I had MRSA
and
skin issues.
Oh.
Like even though I got treated, I noticed I get rashes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're contagious or not, but they seem not to be because none of my kids have it. On my face, so I've been doing all like dandelion root and different.
Okay, let me just tell you what I'm getting. Yeah, natural remedies, particularly Hawaiian remedies in particular, and there is a juice It reminds me of something that's more on the acidic side, like lemon, but it's not lemon. It's in.
Between the cayenne, lemon, and maple syrup
Okay.
and water.
Oh, wonderful. Well, she says that that's the right thing to do, and she's working with you on this. And she says she was a real person on Earth, but she does work with a lot of different souls on Earth now as a healer and a helper.
This other weed that you think is a weed, but it's really called, like, in Native American, it's called the white man's foot, and in Hawaiian, it's called, like, alkayu. And it's, you can put it in a salad. It's like a grass. And it's, I think it's in English, it's called plantain.
Oh, plantain? Yeah,
Like
right.
yeah.
Well, it's the lemon one mostly. The lemon-ish one is the most important one from what she's giving me. Okay?
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Thank you so much, and blessings to you.
Blessings to you,
Cool.
darling. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to end the show. I want to thank everybody for calling in. I hope I don't look too messy with my mascara running. Everybody have a blessed day, and I will be back soon on radio. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.